gonna give me the GMMORE! Red Bull does some crazy stunts, man.
Oh, we're switching brands.
We're switching brands because we are
Bang to
not
Red Bull.
Allegiant. And you know what we're gonna do? We're going to see which ones are real and which ones are made up.
But first.
And the real ones are crazy. So the made up ones better be crazy
We're
too.
gonna play Ready Pet Go, where we look at a picture of one of your pets and we try to name it. Now, this one was submitted by White Mountain Witch.
Okay. White Mountain Witch got a cat. That's a pretty cat.
Well, okay.
That cat,
If
is that a coon? A Maine coon?
If this is actually a witch, we need to think about that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody
Right.
is trying to play into that a little bit.
Esmeralda. What was the kitty cat's name in the Smurfs? What was Gargamel's cat's name?
Ooh.
I thought it was Esmeralda.
If it was, that's quite a memory you've got there. I'm gonna say
Gargamel and
Azrael?
Azrael.
Azrael. That's a good guess.
Azrael is a great name for a cat.
Elvira.
Luma. Luma's a good name for a witch cat.
What does Luma mean?
Luma means to shine a light upon a cat.
It's got, yeah, I mean, loom definitely means.
A monetary unit of Armenia.
Azrael.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Azrael.
How much caffeine
no, it's
have you?
the brightness in an image.
The brightness of an image?
Yeah.
How much caffeine did you have before? Like, what is your typical caffeine?
Well, here's a little story. I got up this morning, and the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I put on my walking clothes and I go downstairs with my dogs.
What's your walking clothes?
And
these days, with the temps at what they're at.
I thank you for asking. I wear underwear that come down
Good.
a little further.
Good.
I wear athletic underwear.
Always start with underwear.
And then I wear shorts and a t-shirt, and then I go downstairs with my dogs. I put on a puffy jacket that has a hood.
You're still puffy jacket right
I'm still
now?
puffy jacket, but it's a little bit open, and I'm not wearing gloves anymore.
But with shorts.
With shorts.
Okay.
And first thing I do is I let the dogs out. Second thing I do is I walk around to see if a coyote's eating the dogs. And third thing, and as I'm walking over, I start the coffee maker. I walk my dogs while drinking coffee.
Out of a thermos?
Out of just a mug with a lid on it.
Lidded mug, puffy jacket, a little bit open, shorts with underwear that are coming out the bottom.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. The difference between a thermos and a lidded mug, I must know. You're just saying it's not
The
thermos
thickness
brand.
of the mug.
It's not thermos brand.
I think
no.
thermos doesn't have a handle typically, right?
No, they're
it's
coming
not
up in
thick.
the world.
Yeah,
They have a
so-
lot going on. What do you mean by it's not thick?
It's not, the walls are not thick.
So
as a
it's not
thermos.
insulated.
Yeah,
it's not insulated.
It's a mug that's not insulated but has a lid.
Thermi
It's a metal insulated mug,
It's
but
like a
it's
sippy
not
cup?
like a
Oh, no.
thermos.
Okay.
Yeah, thermi
thermos.
are insulated.
All right.
And
And also, usually thermi are a little bit taller than mugs.
you know what I didn't do this morning? I didn't have any half and half, so I didn't put enough milk in my coffee.
Well, so what are you just your coffee, not because you got a really fancy coffee machine.
Yeah, just coffee.
And you know what I've been doing recently?
Let me finish answering your question.
I want to answer it after you answer it.
I poured out my coffee. So this morning, out of all mornings,
You remembered
I drank half a cup of coffee.
because of this?
No, I didn't remember this. I didn't like the coffee because it didn't taste good. And I
you didn't
poured it
have
out. And then when I got back home, I was like, I'm going to redo my coffee. So then I got ready,
You had double coffee.
and then I drank. Then I made another coffee
'Cause you
on
forgot about
the
this.
way into work. So on the way into work, I had another coffee. And then I got here, and I did this.
You just sniffed.
And yep. And my head's hurting a little bit I think it's from the creatine.
You know what I've gotten into, and I believe that you can do it on your fancy coffee machine because mine's kind of fancy, but not as fancy as yours.
Uh-huh.
A long shot. You know about a long shot? So I do the espresso
Pretty much every chance I take.
because the espresso is easier on your tummy than coffee. I don't know why, but internet said. And so I do a double long shot, which feels like a coffee, but is good for the tummy. and I just do it black now. I don't know. It's
I
just,
missed what you said
I
a
don't
long shot was. It
understand
just has
why.
more water.
it is a bigger. I like espresso because of the tummy tum, but I want more liquid.
Yeah, so it's probably more water
It's
with
more-
the same
it's
amount.
more water.
Yeah.
So you end up getting, when you do a double, it ends up being like a half a cup of coffee, which is about all you need in the morning.
But it's a double shot, so it's twice as much caffeine.
I don't really know about the caffeine. But
that's what you need to be thinking.
But
about.
all I do that, and typically I might have like some kind of caffeinated thing at lunch. Like,
Do you have a double
yerba.
shot this morning?
Yeah, because I forgot about this.
You had a
This-
too
I'm-
long shot.
This is where it's splitting.
You had
Just
two
like,
longs.
I just recommend it though. If you're drinking coffee, try a double long shot, and just see how it feels. And then put cream in it because you'll make it like a coffee.
I just don't want to double my caffeine intake.
I don't know if it will, honestly.
Well, I need to know
Somebody
that
look
before I
up
do it.
How much caffeine is in a long shot, and how much caffeine, and then make it times 2, and then how much is in like 8 ounces of coffee.
Well, I know that espresso has less acid than coffee. so
Right.
that
That's
makes-
why it's better for your tummy tum.
So this fancy coffee maker, you just make coffee with it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Good.
it grinds the coffee. It grinds the beans and it makes the coffee though. So it's
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Red Bull stunts?
Yeah, maybe.
I guess we should.
Let's see one. Yeah.
Real or fake? A professional skydiver wore a wingsuit and glided into the crater of the active Villarrica volcano in Chile.
I think you can go into an active volcano and then just tuck in under the. Almost knocked my glasses off. Tuck in under the rim, you know.
Because an active
You
volcano
don't wanna go
doesn't
straight down.
doesn't necessarily mean lava pit.
Right.
Because the guy's not going to go into a lava pit. I mean, no matter how much Red Bull you've had, you can't survive lava pits. So I'm going to say this is real.
This is real.
It is
Can we see video?
real. Here's a video
Yes.
without the sound.
There he is.
You ever want to do that?
Nope. Oh wow.
Oh my god. Oh,
So that's not the volcano.
Is he coming back?
Is he turning around?
You can't turn around.
That's squirrel suit.
You can't. Oh, he did do it. He just did. He went in. Oh, you can go up. That was it. He went in and then came up.
Okay.
Let's see it from another
He did
angle.
a little dip.
Think about
That is crazy.
that's nuts. And also, the reason he was able to come up is probably because of the hot air coming out of there. It's like a huge thermal, right? So you could rely on the fact that if I go down and then I let the hot air bring me up.
That's cool.
Man, that's the kind of thing that
That is cool.
if
Those squirrel
life
suits, Samantha?
if life was a video game,
Right.
where you would just get an extra life, I would love to do that. But life isn't a video game, kids.
I think I would just like to walk around in one
You
of those
get
squirrel
one
suits
life.
and imply that I also do this in the
I'm
squirrel
ready to
suit.
jump out of anything.
Hold my Red Bull.
A tightrope walker made his way between two Grumman F-14 Tomcat fighter aircrafts as a joint publicity stunt between Red Bull and the 2022 Top Gun sequel.
No, because here's why this didn't happen. How did you describe those planes? What do you call it? A Grumman F-22 Tomcat? What'd you say?
F-14
F-14
Tomcat.
Tomcat.
I don't think
If you can fly an F-14 Tomcat, it is unlikely that you would agree to this thing.
Oh no, those guys, they would agree to everything. The problem is
I
that
don't know about this.
the movie studio is not going to cut in Red Bull into their promotion. I think that
Oh, really? I think that.
I don't think that they had a need for
I
that.
don't know about that, but I just
Tom Cruise doesn't work with Red Bull.
I just think the Venn diagram of a responsible military pilot and this level of stunt, they don't ever cross over.
So we are saying no,
No,
for different reasons.
You guys are too good. You're too good.
So why is it that it didn't happen?
Because they made it up.
Do you have that information?
Right. Because they lied to us, right?
Yeah.
Give us this next one. I hope it's true.
Parkour free runner
Uh-huh.
did the world's first backflip on the tip of the iconic Sydney Opera House sails.
The tip of the sails?
The tip.
This is, that they didn't let him up there. The Sydney Opera House is not letting some dude up
I
on
didn't
the
say it was a
tip.
dude.
It's a dude,
I knew that it was a woman.
but it's not a dude. It's a nobody. It didn't happen. It's not a woman. It's not a dude. It's not an anybody.
Actually, wow. Let's see here.
The tip of the sails. You doing a backflip off of that?
What a wonderful place. First of all, can I say we've been there? We
It's
we
it's as big as you think it is.
we climbed on the bridge that goes over the bay there.
The Sydney Harbour Bridge.
That you can see the Opera House. What a wonderful place in
What
the
a
world.
wonderful land. I'm saying
It's such an elegant
Thoughts?
place. I think it's so irreverent and subversive. It's exactly the kind of thing that Red Bull would be into. Yes, it happened.
It happened.
what? I can't believe that Sydney agreed to it. There he is. Look at that.
See
You
that?
can, you can walk all the way to the edge.
You see that bridge, Link? We've been on it.
Look at that.
That bridge. Don't look at the man flipping.
Well,
Look at the bridge that we've
wasn't
been
the-
on.
That
one.
Was that the backflip?
There it
That's
is, the bridge.
He didn't backflip off of it.
Hold on, here it comes again. Here, hold on. The bridge is going to be here again.
No, I'm watching the dude.
I'm watching the bridge.
That was underwhelming.
Well, would you do it?
Well, no, I don't know how to do that anywhere. But if I could do it
Well, you
anywhere,
could do a jumping
I thought he
jack.
was going to do a backflip off of it, not a
No,
backflip
on
it.
the tip.
Onto what?
On the tip.
A backflip onto what? The ground? He'd be dead.
That's his problem.
It would be a
Okay.
problem.
I was misled.
Yeah, Link's calling a foul on that one. He was misled. Misleading the Link.
Leading the witness.
A race car driver took a Red Bull Formula One car down the ski slopes that host the World Cup Alpine Ski
False.
Race in Austria.
You can't do that. You cannot take a race car down a ski slope. You can't do it. No matter how many times you think about it, try it, you can't do it. It's
What
so
if
irresponsible.
What if there's no snow?
It's so irresponsible. You know,
Yeah, I can't imagine this happening.
there's a lot of things you can't do on a ski slope.
List.
Some people learn the hard way. At most ski resorts, you can't make love on a ski slope.
Yeah.
They frown upon that.
You can't wave large flags.
No, you can't do that because it confuses people.
You
you
can't
can't walk a dog down it.
You can't catch up on email.
Right. Yeah, you can't. You're not really supposed to be on your phone at all.
You can't have a toothpick or chewing gum.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a no.
You can't pass. It's actually, this is weird because it's kind of like the way the reality folds back on itself. It is a law
Right.
in Utah that you cannot pass a law on a ski slope.
Right.
That's weird, isn't it?
That's weird.
These are all really great pitches for a stunt Red Bull could have done,
Yeah.
but they did in fact do this one.
What? There it is. Oh my gosh. Red Bull does things that you think are impossible. Look at those chains.
So, they're going up the ski slope. I'm not really seeing.
I don't know. I'm still impressed.
I'm not really seeing. I'm seeing a bunch of slow-mo close-ups, but I'm not really getting any context.
I was
of-
thinking we're going Black Diamond, and now I'm seeing we're on the bunny slope, and I'm not impressed.
This is bunny slope.
You know, you can do a lot of things. You can pass laws on the bunny slope because it doesn't even really count. If you say, hey, I went skiing this weekend and you stayed on the bunny slope, you're lying. Okay? You did not ski, my friend. You just stood on snow.
Okay, so far you are unimpressed.
Unimpressed. my
Yeah, I
friend.
mean that
Stunts.
wasn't impressive.
An
Hits the
Olympic
unimpressed.
luger rode a sled through the world's largest water slide, known as Kilimanjaro, at Aldeia das Águas water park in Brazil.
Luging and water slides.
Can I point something out?
Yeah.
A water slide is made to just go down without a luge. So what about doing it in a luge is more impressive? It's not.
It actually feels like it might be easier. And I think maybe the luge would
And I think it would damage.
Yeah, it would damage.
The water slide.
This is physically impossible.
This is fake.
Cannot happen.
Can't happen.
Then there's also a number of things you can't do on a water slide.
What?
Did you know about those things?
Wave a flag.
You can't wave flags on there. Yeah,
Make
yeah,
love.
Yeah, you can't.
Catch up on email.
Interestingly, though,
I thought you said give blood.
Can't give blood. That's right.
you can let blood, but you cannot give blood.
Can't donate it.
You can pass laws on water slides, though.
This one's fake.
It's actually relatively
So let's
common.
get to a real one.
Yeah, those are all good points, and it is fake. A base jumper in a wingsuit, we've heard this before, jumped from the top of the Red Bull building and landed in an Olympic-sized swimming pool filled with sugar-free Red Bull.
What's the Red Bull building?
You know it.
The Red Bull building.
I don't know if there is a Red Bull building. There might be a building that Red Bull like leases the rights to put Red Bull at the top of it.
Well, that's what they mean.
I mean,
This is true.
I don't believe it's true. I think this is fake.
It's fake.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's get to a real one.
A BMX rider did tricks in a BMX bowl suspended underneath a flying hot air balloon.
I've seen this. It's
is
true,
real. This
and I
is
would
true.
like to see it again.
Yeah, this is cool.
Okay, here you go.
Look at that.
Look. Oh, hey, ooh, ooh. And look, he's not tethered. Is he tethered? Is he tethered? No, he has a parachute on just in case.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But the parachute looks like a T-shirt.
he's got a cool.
Did he?
What?
Okay, we get it. So is that what kind of swimming pool is that? Is that how they do? They could. Is that like a?
It's a molded. It's like a fiberglass mold of a.
I don't think that's a swimming pool at all. It's just a.
Yeah, they just made it, dude.
It's just a ramp.
Yeah. They just made it.
Did you even say swimming pool?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Okay,
Now, what kind of swimming pool
that's
is
pretty
that?
cool. That's pretty
Above
cool.
ground.
And where can I get one?
Never been in a hot air balloon, and I don't know that I care to. Is it amazing? Is it kind of like, oh, okay.
I have to
and then you're
assume-
stuck there for another couple
I
hours.
have to assume that being that high in the air and it being silent is something that would be kind of a novel experience.
Right, but then it seems like I would want to do it for 20 minutes, but I don't know if I'd want to do it for a couple
Oh, you can do it for
hours.
20 minutes and then end it,
Okay, good.
but you have to jump out.
You got another one?
But you know, life actually, research shows that life goes by more slowly the more novel experiences you have. So when you hear something like hot air balloons, you should not just think about it on its own merit. You
Yeah.
should think about it in the context of how long you want your life to seem.
You're right. I'm so short-sighted.
Do you want to slow down your life a little bit? Get in a hot air balloon. That should be
So doing
That-
more slows your life down.
that should be on the pamphlet that you get in the hotel about the nearest hot air balloon place. Slow down your life with our hot air balloon ride. I kind of like it.
I mean, when you're in one, your life pretty much comes to a pause.
Exactly.
Can't check email.
Exactly.
Can't wave a flag. Can't give blood. I bet you could give
You could
blood.
get blood in a hot air balloon. I've done it.
It's a long tube, though, to the ground. The Bloodmobile.
Check out Mythical Kitchen's latest episode of their new series, Aprons Off, the show where they stop cooking and just hang out. New episodes out every Friday.